Right guys, welcome back. Today we were at the Wham Stadium, the first league meeting between Ipswich Town and Accrington Stanley. We all know what happened last year, but what can Town do this year? Come on. Right, welcome back guys. Today we're at Accrington Stanley. First league game for me at this stadium. Quite a small stadium. I think it holds just over 5,500, but nevertheless, lovely stadium. Today we're on Sky for the first time this season. Hopefully we can get over the hoodoo, over the international break as well. We never seem to get a result, but who knows, today we could get another win. Thanks to Clear Mud Media and Ipswich 102 for their sponsorship this season. A new partnership between us and them where we feature on match days. Obviously not today because it's Sunday, but normally on a Saturday. So here I'm with Troy and Peter. Boys, how are we feeling about today's game?
Feeling quite confident, even though we've got a few players out. There's no reason why we can't keep the run going. Take one game at a time, but yeah. The results since we last played haven't been bad for us overall. We're still top of the league, games in hand. Let's start picking up another 3 points, move on to Wednesday.
Yeah. Troy, we've got nothing to complain about as Ipswich fans at the moment, have we?
Oh, hell no, we're just too good. We're going to actually piss this league, literally.
HMS piss the league, is it?
Oh, hell yeah, piss the league, but hell yeah.
What do you reckon today, mate? Do you reckon we get a good result?
Yeah, I reckon 3-1 today. I reckon Jackson scored 2 and Nolan, I reckon, today, yeah.
Yeah, it'd be good. We haven't got round to the squads yet, but we kind of know that some players are injured. It's a worry, isn't it, that players like Nolan, Norwood, or Downs will be missing today, isn't it, Peter?
Yeah, you want obviously your best players to play, but we've got 3 games coming up in 6 days, so if there's any doubt, you don't play them today, and hopefully they'll be there on Wednesday.
Yeah. How long do you think we have to wait to see Norwood back in Ipswich, Troy?
I reckon definitely Saturday. I reckon probably Wednesday. Yeah. Personally, yeah. Depends how obviously what kind of
wheelchair to pitch in a week.
Yeah, I reckon 6 days should do the trick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doctor now, aren't you?
Yeah. anything else, am I?
Apart from a legend, mate. You know, apart from a legend. Looking forward to the game today. Obviously, it's the first time we've been here in the league. Did you come here last season, Peter?
Well, I came here for the FA Cup one, yeah.
Was it a good game or?
Definitely not.
Do you think it was really a turning point? I remember Lambert saying last year that after the game he came out and said what a horrible position this club was in, what needed to be done to rescue it. I mean, it's been a good year for us since then, I would say. You know, despite the relegation, but behind the scenes, it's done a lot for us and brought a lot to the club to bring it back to where it needs to be.
Yeah, you can't underestimate what he's done behind the scenes, and he's the first manager that has got our chairman to look at a different approach to the football club. The previous managers have accepted what Evans has said and what criteria he's given. Lambert has said the club is on its knees, the support is on its knees, there's no connection between the fans, etc. He's got the community trust running again, and even though the results weren't going for us last season, we could see there was an improvement in the style of football, and when he got the chance to bring some of his own players, January wasn't the time to bring in who he wanted. I think we already knew that by that stage the team were playing like a relegation team. There was no confidence there, but you know, things from having a pre-season, we've still got players to come back from injury. This one is our first test with some of the first team squad that have played well this year to have injuries. So it'll be interesting, but everybody that's come in so far this year has done a job, and we've managed to get results. We don't always have to look for 3-0 wins, etc. As long as we get the 3 points. 1-0 isn't good for the heart, etc. for some of the fans.
Tom?
Yeah, but at the end of the day, that if it takes a 1-0 to get the 3 points, yeah, we'd prefer 2-3 comfortable and that, we take it.
Yeah, definitely. Do you agree that Lambert's had a good year in charge of Ipswich Town?
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. He's done a really good turnaround since like the cup game here in January. Yeah, he's in really good signs, and obviously in the summer and that.
And you were expecting different performance from when we came here in January, yeah?
Yeah, I am, to be honest. Yeah, I'm expecting us to play a lot, obviously quicker and a lot more tempo and sort of than we did.
What's your final score then, mate?
My final prediction score is 3-1 to us.
3-1 to us, Peter.
I'll go for 2-0, but I'll accept a 1-0.
Lovely job. Come on. Right, so I'm here with Tom. Tom, mate, today is an ideal opportunity for Town to get another 3 points on the board. I'm just reading off a script. I say that every single week. Are we actually going to get a challenge at some point?
Today might be the first. We've got a couple of players out injured, haven't we? So obviously that'll bring more problems. We've got to bring obviously a few fringe players into play. Hopefully they'll perform. Obviously they've had game time with the EFL trophy, other cup competitions. Hopefully they'll be match fit and ready to go.
I mean, it's virtually been a fortnight since our last league game.
Yeah.
Looks to be the same again in another fortnight when we're supposed to take on Oxford. That one will be rearranged again. I mean, we've got a lot of time off, a lot of breaks. For a team sitting top of the league with 2 games in hand, we're looking in a pretty healthy position, aren't we?
Oh yeah, you can't ask to be any higher on top of the league, mate. We've got 2 games in hand. The thing is, the problem is with obviously having big breaks now is that games are going to come thick and fast. And obviously next month you've got Wycombe and Oxford. Oh no, not Oxford. Wycombe and Rochdale to make up.
Yeah.
So that will bring 2 more extra midweek games, which we don't really need, especially when you've got EFL trophy games in there as well. So November's going to be very congested. So it's December. So make the most of the rest now, because it's going to be a lot of games very quickly coming up next month.
Yeah, like you say, a lot of games coming up, but with the size of our squad, it looks like we can cope with those games. Obviously, we look at players that could have come out today. We haven't seen the squad just yet, but there was a few problems with Downs, maybe Norwood having an operation. KVY came off early against Fleetwood last week. I mean, all these players could be doubts today. I mean, we've got enough options to bring in, haven't we?
Yeah, I mean, we've got two 11s in this 11s in this team to win this league. Anyway, I believe we've got 22, 25 players who are good enough to play in a team that's going to be League One champions at the end of the season.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't pose a problem unless we get multiple injuries in one position, which we haven't. You've got a full-back, a striker and a midfielder, so it's one of each.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't pose any problems at all in my eyes.
Should we have a look at the squad then, mate?
Where's the phone?
Thanks for all your match predictions once again. I think we're pushing new barriers. Had to cut it this week because there were so many. But thanks once again. Some good ones in there, so look out for those. Hopefully a correct score prediction. Go for the team then, mate.
Alright, so you got Holy in goal. You got a back 3, the man, myth, legend, Toto Inciala. Chambers, Wolfenden. A midfield 5 of Garbett, Dazelle, Nolan, Scouse, Edwards. And then up top you've got Jackson and Judge. On the bench you've got Norris, Donashian, Rowe, Dobra, Georgiou, Hughes and Wilkeen.
So what we feared was 3 players coming out. So Downs, KVY and Norwood all missing today. Didn't make the trip by the looks of it. Who we have got coming in is Edwards at right wing back, Toto Enciala for his league debut this season. And you've got Judge coming in up top to, natural replacements. Who was in midfield again? Can you just read? Who?
You had Nolan, Scouse and Dazelle.
So we've got Dazelle's come in again. Another opportunity for him to show what he can do on the ball. These type of games, you'd really think that he can make a performance.
It's going to be difficult for him because Accrington aren't really a football team, are they? They'll get into your faces, play rough. So it's not really his type of game. But then again, he could flourish a game like this, get hold of the game by scruff of the neck, and obviously play the winning pass, get the winning assist. Just hoping that obviously we've got enough in midfield there, because you've got 2 really lightweight players in Dazelle and Nolan, so hopefully we can keep on top of Accrington midfield ourselves.
Judge obviously was away on international duty in the midweek, didn't play as much as he would normally, with obviously changes for Ireland, but he's travelled, he's had some football. He didn't play against Fleetwood, but he comes in today. I mean, he looked handy last time out. What could he do today?
He played against Gillingham, didn't he? And we looked like we struggled up top, obviously because Jackson's not the greatest holding the ball up on his own. But I think he'll play just in behind. So obviously at Brentford he was best there, weren't he? Where he was playing just in behind the striker. But yeah, hopefully. Well, it's a set piece in it, really. Set piece are the main things for us, really. If he can get a set piece on point, then I mean, we can score 2 or 3, especially with you've got Chambers, Wolf, and Toto now coming up for corners, which is a threat in itself.
Yeah. So who's your one to watch today, mate? Who's the man that we've got to look out for?
I've got to say Toto.
Yeah.
I mean, he's come in. He's one of those players who can win your game or lose your game, really, can't he?
Yeah. Played well against Shillingham, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He played really well against Gillingham, and he deserves his place in the starting 11 today. He's a rock at the back, mate. I mean, hopefully he can obviously do what Wilson's done. Just be solid, mate. He worries me on the ball a little bit, though, Toto. I mean, if he tries to play the ball, he's not the greatest ball-playing defender. But his presence at the back's enough to scare anyone that's going to play out front. Because, I mean, if you've got a couple of young strikers up there, they ain't going to want to go anywhere near him to push him out the bloody stadium, especially this ground being this small.
What are you going for then, mate? Score prediction?
I'm going 2-0 Town.
Come on. Right, so I'm here with Jason and Ben. This is Jason, this is Ben. Boys, you come down this Billy Key banner, you picked it up yesterday. Just tell us a bit about it.
It's just done to really say that we're in support of and the awareness of the mental health issues in football. I didn't make it, somebody else made it, but he wasn't travelling to the game, so he just asked if I could come and pick it up from him, and we brought it down. Still dry and on the way down here, but it's dry now. We weren't going to get let in either because it's not got a fire certificate, but.
Well, they let you off today then. That's a surprise because we've had a bit of trouble with fire certificates before on our banners, but
it's probably because it was for Billy Key and it was one of their players.
Yeah, of course it is. It's good support, and it's good to mention obviously the problems that people suffer, mental health. Ben, how important is it to make sure everyone's aware of it?
Well, I mean, everyone needs to know about it. It's an important thing because men have this kind of thing where they've got to act tough, but really they need to say it. It's a big killer of young men, and I think, well, it just needs to get out there a bit more, really.
It's the biggest killer of men in this country, suicide, and men do find it hard to talk about their problems, and you're right there, it's a big thing, but Billy Key was a key striker for Accrington Stanley, one who obviously scored against us last season, and caused a lot of problems for us, so the message really is you're not alone, and as a club, as a whole, as a collective, as fans, we're all behind him, yeah?
Definitely, yeah. And obviously Flynn's had some issues as well, so it's just raising the awareness and trying to get men particularly to realise that it's fine to talk about it and it's fine to not be okay.
Yeah, definitely. Well done for your effort to bring that up today, boys. All right, cheers.
Toto! Yeah, that's Toto, you kick! They got an air horn! What was this, an air horn? Free kick, referee touched him! Goal! Drop to him, man! Yes! Corner! What did you cheat, corner! Go! Shot 6! All over on the cheating cunt! So he took you to the cleaners there. Well played! Back to the cunt! Goal scorer for Accrington Stanley, number 19, Kobe Fisher! Come on, boys, fucking get on it! No, thank you, I'm tap entry. Fuck him up! This is too easy, boys. Well done. You fucking pervert. Oh my God. Gazelle, stop fucking jogging. Fucking 50p in. Yes. 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 Eventually. Pass back. That's a pass back. That was over the line, man. Right, make your fucking 4, boys. fucking shit! One knocked out, come on! Wow! Great knock chamber! Come on! Come on! Wake up! Come on! Wake it! Goal scorer for Accrington Stanley, that man number 19, Kobe Bishop!
Right, yeah, so it's half time, we're 2-0 down. Absolutely shocking first half. Lou, firstly, what do you make of that, mate?
Awful. Fucking dreadful. What Toto was doing, I don't know.
Got to bleep that out.
To be fair, we're lucky to only be 2, to be honest. We're fucking woeful.
Yeah.
I thought you'd have thought it was last season, the way we're fucking playing. It's dreadful. They're nothing special. They're just running at us, and we don't know what to do with it.
Do you think the refs had a good part to play in that first half?
Definitely, yeah, for them. He ain't done anything for us, apart from give away 50-50s to them, give us cards for it. It's just awful.
It's your first game since Peterborough's up, mate? Burton was the last time. God, it's coming out loud, isn't it?
The outtakes.
What do you make of that first half?
We're just not playing as a team, are we?
No.
We've got nothing up front, nothing on the wings, nothing in the middle. Disappointing.
Oh, come on.
I would say last season, last January, I think we're playing even worse than that.
Yeah. Who are you disappointed with most?
I don't know if there's any specific players. I think we're not playing together as a team, are we? We've got no one on the sides. We need Norwood or someone up front. Just long balls are going up and nothing's there.
I think the problem is NCR's not really played the first squad. Dazelle, lucky to even be here on the coach, let alone in the first squad. They're just not up to pace, not up to pace at all with it. I think Hughes played in the cup the other week, played a few minutes. I think he should have started. I think Keane's got to come on. We haven't got a choice with that.
I'd be very, very surprised if he doesn't come out and he's changed that to 4-4-2 and he's got Will Keane. If Will Keane's not starting to start the second half, we haven't got a chance in hell of getting a draw out of this.
We're just not doing anything with the ball, are we, Chris?
Nothing at all. You get over the halfway line. They're not going beyond the halfway line. They're knocking it around to the back, and they're doing that because every time he goes over there, he kick it at Jackson's head. He can't head it. He can't control it. He's very good with his shins, but. But yeah, unfortunately, it's not particularly good when you're about 30 yards out.
Do we think that Accrington are a good side, or?
I think they're a bit better than they were last season because they were awful last season. But we're making them look good by playing badly.
Sometimes you've got to give a team credit for realising that if we're playing 3-5-2, we're going to keep it out on the wings, which is what they've been doing. They're going to put it in the box, which is what they've been doing because they've got taller blokes than us. So they're putting it in the air when they need to, and we're not. We can't cope with it because we're not a very big team. So every battle we're losing because they're playing well and they're setting up well, and you know, unless we change this, we haven't got a chance in hell of getting back into it.
So what are we saying then? Final scores then, boys. What do you reckon?
4-2.
I'd like to see at least 2-2, 3-2 to us.
I'll take 2 all, Matt. Snap your hand off it to me now.
The hope is not dead. Let's see what we can do in the second half.
What was that first goal then, man? What was that goal? Fuck's
What Mike said?
Yeah!
And I'm like, he fell over!
Is that what the game's about? Is it?
Why don't you just fuck off, Josh?
Just go home.
Shit. He's going to go on his neck, you know he is.
Done him like a kipper. Yes! 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 Shoot! And again! Don't shoot. There's no time. Come on! Well up, Chambo! I left you, Chambo! See it out! Shoot! Fucking shoot! Oh, that's the ball! What? Fucking playing a Dobra, man! Look at the line! Why are they fucking shooting? What? Oh! You racist cunt!
Because he's listening to them all the time. He's fucking influenced.
Well, we're good, so.
Swinton Young's going to go back.
Win it! Fucking professor! Fucking shit! 2-0 on your big day now, 2-0!
Right, boys, 2-0 loss in the end. What looked to be like a 12 men against 11 at times. I just cannot explain what happened today. I mean, everyone, all the armchairs have been watching at home, and they must have seen how bad that referee was. I don't, Mark, let's start with you, mate.
Well, I've been tearing my hair out, as you can see. It's all fallen out. It's such a dreadful refereeing performance. But no, Accrington, they're a good side. In a false position, spent a bit of money. Yeah, good result, as Mick McCarthy would say. But no, thoroughly disappointed. And I think this is a taste of our fucking bottle, really. It's a fucking wake-up call where a side used to being in the last season and losing positions. We can't afford to let the momentum we've built up slip. So it's a big fucking wake-up call. We need to fucking rebuild and bounce back on Wednesday.
Completely agree with that. Tom, what do you make of that referee, mate?
Mate, I've never seen a performance like it. Literally, if you go key decisions, change games, okay? First goal, foul on Gordon Edwards. Blatant. Second, the penalty, that's soft. It's soft, maybe.
It's a 50-50, weren't it?
It was a 50-50. Both went up for the ball. Toto got there second. I can see why he's given it. But the bloke needs to get in the gym, don't he? The one's been pushed down. Then you've got our goal. It's over the line. Literally, if you get goal line technology into a shit division, it's given. It's given. Yeah? It's given. The red card on Dobra's a joke, mate. The joke. The bloke's basically pushed him over and Dobra's just stood there looking innocent at him and he's been sent off as well.
Look, we can stand here and say the performance weren't good enough. That's fine. It wasn't good. It wasn't a good performance. We can take that. We can rebuild, come back on Wednesday, hopefully. Players come back from injury, hopefully. The thing is, like today, you look at You look at what you can take for that game. We've been live on Sky today, and all I could see was a referee trying to boost himself, trying to give all those fouls he's given away, needless fouls, every 30 seconds a foul for nothing. At this level, we have to put up with some terrible refereeing, don't we?
Yeah, the refereeing has been a very poor standard. We thought it might be. Championship refs we had a good moan at, but certainly they've gone down in this league.
Yeah.
But we've got to look at our own performance. We didn't create that much today. We had a few out injured, and it showed that when we're missing key men, it showed today.
Yeah.
We just got to move on. We've got a game Wednesday to get it out of our system, so hopefully that a couple of them will be back and we can get 3 points and not get in a rut and get back on the winning trail.
Mike, do you think that we need a bit of a formation change to move forward?
Formation? No. I think it's just a case of getting the players back. Because you could see that we were missing something today, the span of the team or something was gone. A few players were thrown in there, and they should have actually stood up and tried to make a statement to say, and I deserve my place in this team, but they didn't. Toto, I think, was a bit
frosty,
bit leggy. Yeah, he looks like he's not sharp enough yet, but he'll get there. I think it's just a case that he's just not on it 100% at the moment. But I mean, like you're saying about the refereeing, it was, I don't know. I think they played the referee perfectly. That they knew exactly what to do. They were dropping themselves to the floor all the time, every time slightest bit of contact, and they were getting the decisions. And we need to start learning how to play the referees a bit better, maybe.
Yeah, it's just like Fleetwood was the same. They knew exactly what the ref was doing, and they played up to it. Maybe we need to be a bit savvy. These teams, like Mike said, these teams are used to playing at this level with these referees. But sadly, that's football. Like Peter said, there's some nice spells which didn't really have any penetration or, emphasis on us looking like we're going to score. But like I said, it's a wake-up call. We need to fucking improve.
Definitely not enough shots on target.
No.
We didn't test that keeper at all, really.
No.
That's the thing, and I'm a bit pissed off that we didn't, because I reckon if we'd have shot, a few more shots, and we would have been on our way. Really, we just needed that one goal.
Completely agree.
Side, we're top of the league, and apart from today, that we didn't get going. We just got to move on from it and learn from it. And we got 2 winnable games, Wednesday and Saturday.
We have Tom, obviously Rotherham on Wednesday, mate. They lost yesterday against, who was it against? Oxford. Obviously Oxford are a good side, but do you think Ipswich can bounce back against Rotherham on Wednesday night?
Well, I mean, it's going to show the first time the strength from the squad, the mentality of the squad. It's the first real test, and if you're going to win the league, if you lose a game, if you draw a game, you have to go win the next game. Yeah. So I can see us 100%. We've lost one game. We've played 12 games, lost one. Why aren't we going to turn up and win Wednesday night? No. Why are we not?
Yeah. Brilliant. Anyway, boys, let's look forward to Wednesday. But until then, come on, you Blues!